The Chattooga River, by far, is probably the prettiest river I've ever been on.
Has everything from flat water to 6-foot waterfalls.
And the river is just untouched, it seems.
You have a lot of really cool flora and fauna, huge trees.
It's breathtaking, really. There's just so much going on. There's so much life.
The neat thing is just being out in the wilderness and all the wildness about it.
It truly is a backcountry experience where you can really settle into the flow of the river and you're just there in the presence of the river. It's unlike anything else that we do at Yellow Breeches. The Chattooga River Level 3 trip is very special because it's truly a challenging trip.
So we utilize that as a tool to work with students and help build confidence.
We talk about Yellow Breeches foundational pillars, all right? And this trip certainly represents every single one of them. And I'm gonna start off with an important one, responsibility. That's huge, your personal responsibility, managing your equipment on this trip, taking care of the tasks that you've been assigned or that you've been asked to do, that's gonna be huge. Good.
Everybody's gonna need a life jacket, a helmet, closed-toe shoes, and then get yourself a paddle.
There we go.
Two minutes, guys, 2 minutes.
Today is an instructional day. We're gonna go over safety. We're gonna learn how to turn left and right and keeping the boat straight.
So the first challenge with your partners takes effort. Carry our boats and our gear down to the river. We're gonna be sweating. We're gonna be uncomfortable. We're gonna be frustrated. But there's a nice cold Chattooga River waiting for you down there in a beautiful setting. Cannonball it up.
So at Yellow Breeches, just like any of the high-end adventure activities that we do, we teach it through a progression.
Starts off in the pool, learning basic paddle strokes, getting comfortable in the boats.
All of those skills that we've been building, we're now getting a chance to put them to the test.
We're gonna transition into the dry land instruction. We have your boats lined up over there. So just like we did at the Potomac, we're gonna do the foundational skills.
When you're paddling, you wanna have good leverage on the paddle. You don't wanna be down like this and you don't wanna be like this. You're gonna come out to the side and you're just gonna pull to the back of the boat and slide it out. Ready? One, draw, out to your side again, draw. Okay, start over. Just have your paddle up like this and turn your blade. So we start with a dry land lesson, and then we talk about safety, how to swim the rapids, and how to self-rescue. Get down in this position, right? With your feet up.
Sometimes we get students that are completely afraid of water.
I'm terrified of drowning. I'm terrified of water.
It's our job as staff to make students comfortable with the uncomfortable.
1, 2, 3, Chattooga!
We paddle the entire Section 3 of the Chattooga River, and it provides a perfect progression. It starts out with a great spot for you to be able to work on the foundational skills, and each day gets a little bit more challenging as you go.
All right, let's go. All right, there's a rock on the left.
It's always the other person's fault when you're in the same boat with somebody else. And so that's a lot of the instructing, a lot of the teaching is how to be patient with each other.
All right, paddle! Right, all right, left. Nose in the current, nose in the current, nose in the front. Correction.
You learn their weaknesses and you learn their strengths, and you guys try to team up and pair to make you go down the river straight.
You actually need to work together or else the boat won't do what you want it to do.
All right, guys, we're gonna do some ferrying here, okay? I'm gonna drive into the current, I'm gonna keep this angle, paddling right across. All right, listen, you guys wanna give it a try?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna back up over here.
Okay.
Try to maintain that angle. Get some speed up. Come over to the
And they'll always push you to better yourself.
All right, listen up. We're gonna run this rapid way here. It's like a magic carpet ride, all right? It's soft. You're gonna just go down, and then you gotta deal with some shallow rocks here, okay? So you're gonna run this, and then don't celebrate right away. You got some work to do. All right, we're gonna have safety set up over here, and we're gonna have the shredder with the Kevin and Kevin Sr. set up down here, because we want to get everybody into an eddy downstream on River Right. This is our last big one. We have another one around the corner, and then another smaller one, and then we're at the takeout for today. All right, so we're doing good. Let's roll. Yeah.
All right, everybody feel good? Yeah. Okay, good job. We're gonna get better and better. That's how it goes. The more that you paddle, the better that you get. That's how it works.
So I would say thank you all for a great first day. This is my favorite campsite in all of the United States along a river. Nothing beats being able to fall asleep to the sound of moving water. So enjoy your night, enjoy your hard work from today, and then we'll get up tomorrow first thing, ready to roll our sleeves up and go to work again, all right?
So the first evening they come rolling into camp, and it's a backcountry camp setting. That's one thing that makes this trip very unique. We're in the wild and scenic river corridor of the Chattooga River.
It's more of an expedition style trip, so the students are moving from point A to point B down the river every day, setting up camp, taking down camp.
Which means that we have to practice some certain leave no trace principles, how to be clean, how to cook their food, how to use the river for filtering water to be able to cook their food and to be able to drink. So they really learn a lot of additional concepts. It's not just whitewater paddling, but it's also a lot of backcountry camping skills that they learn as well.
All right, today's gonna be a long day. Rapids are gonna be coming right up. Today is all about pre-planning. You can't just come up on stuff last minute and try to make a decision. You want to have in your head way before what you're going to do. You want to put the boat where you want to go and go. The water's always moving.
The river gets progressively harder as we go down. So the rapids get progressively more technical. There's some stressful moments for the students and for our safety staff, just getting them set up for it. Then we get them set up, we run them one boat at a time.
Okay, forward! Paddle, paddle! All right. Keep it in the water, keep it in the water! Yeah! All right. Here we go, Ella! Got this! All right, keep it in the water! Woo, yeah! Oh man, she nailed that! Good job, Ella! There you go! Paddle, there you go! Woo, yeah! Keep it in the water! Nice job! She nailed it!
We had two students, Jalen and Ella, so they were just coming with a lot of leadership experience and a lot of experience in boats, and so we made a decision to let them have the opportunity to paddle their own individual boats, you know, as they graduate and move forward into whatever comes next for them. You know, I'm confident that both of them are very prepared to meet whatever challenges come their way, and seeing them paddle and navigate the whitewater the way that they did, I think shows that. It's always better to be on the side of the river wishing you were on the river than to be on the river in a bad situation wishing that you were on the shore.
The first of the Yellow Breech's 5 pillars that I want to hit is courage. We're going to be running some rapids. We need to be brave. It's going to take courage to run them. And sometimes courage is just making the call to walk a difficult rapid.
Trees can fall in the river and then they get pushed into that section and then they get stuck there and they can create a dangerous situation called a strainer. When we approached the Narrows, we saw that there was a tree down in the main current, and so we made the decision to walk everybody around it, which is an important learning lesson in the sport of whitewater paddling. You're always weighing the risk versus rewards, and for us, we decided that it was just a much safer and a much more rewarding experience if we were to just walk around that rapid for that day.
It was a tough call because all the kids were excited. They want to do all the obstacles. They want to do all the challenges. As long as we build the students up and let them know what we're doing, they can understand and get behind that.
Learning how to mitigate a risk is an important learning factor and an important thing for the students to see that we're out there to learn. We're out there to run the rapids, but sometimes it's just better to make the call to walk around it.
So as an instructor, watching the students develop over the course of the 3 days on the river is a pretty powerful experience to me. We can look at kids who on the first day who were struggling with basic maneuvers, making the boat go straight. There's a lot of the interpersonal things they were struggling with, how they're going to communicate with their partner, with their peer. And then each rapid, each section, they get a little bit better. You see a little bit of improvement.
So downstream, what's called second ledge. And as you get closer to it, it's going to look like you're approaching Niagara Falls. Trust is huge here. I'm going to give you some instruction right now. Whenever we get a little bit closer down, you're going to get some more specific instruction about how to run this. That says a lot about the trust that you're putting into us. You can be nervous, you should be nervous, but I just want you all to know that you're okay. Second day, even better than the first day. Awesome job. We saw a lot of people challenging themselves, a lot of courage. It was awesome. We ran a waterfall. Ella and Jaylyn got redemption at Eye of the Needle. They flipped there last year, so they were worried about it going into it. They had great runs. Just a good all-around day. It was a very special day out there today. The weather held off for us, so great work today, everybody.
This trip really just provides the avenue for all of these learning experiences, but also just really having a really fun time at the same time. There's cliff jumping, you can swim, there's rope swings, there's so much that you can do out there, and it's all surrounded by nature.
3, 2, 1, jump.
So we woke up this morning, we got about, 3 inches of rain locally, and it's rising, and we have a 3.5-foot threshold. We can't be on the river.
Got the possibility of lightning out there too.
Right. And it's coming down hard. It's a good call.
We worked together with all the instructors, the safety team, and we made the decision to err on the side of caution and to avoid any potential risks of the water levels turning into a flash flood situation.
We felt like the right decision here is to not paddle today.
When we heard the decision originally, it was met with a little bit of groans, but ultimately the students persevered.
The other piece of it is the heaviest boats that we have are down at the bottom of this mountain, and we got to get them up here. And that's going to be the challenge for today. That's going to require a team effort, one of our pillars. It's going to be a big effort.
We're going to get through this challenge. We're going to finish the Chattooga trip just like we do every other trip. We'll have a big celebration at Bull Sluice Rapid underneath the pavilion. We'll be in dry clothes. We'll be dry. We'll have a structure to get under. How's that sound? All right.
Come on, everybody inside. 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
All of our boats were about a mile down a very steep hill next to the river, and the challenge was then to hike all of those boats up.
Good work, good work. Come on, Jay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Even when it's difficult, you can work through it. And it's just like in life. When you're faced with something that's difficult, you keep pushing through. You surround yourself with good people, with positive people.
Let's go, team.
You can have no control over anything, but you can always control your attitude. So choose a good attitude, and it's going to make the day that much better and that much easier.
Good work, you guys.
So. I'm in the hill, having a great day. Let's go! Woo!
Honestly, for me, I actually think that was the best part of the trip. I love the river. I wish we could have went down it, but that experience made the trip.
I just wanted to say I'm really proud of each and every one of you. 1, 2, 3. Level 3!
It was a mighty feat for us to accomplish and to do all these things.
And so it's important to celebrate that, to make sure that they know that just how important that is in their lives.
So we took these pillars here at Yellow Breezes and we put together as values: trust, courage, responsibility, respect, and effort. And we've hit all those this trip.
They got us all together, and it was really, really, really cool how they, really lifted each one of us up.
When we acknowledge and we get in a big group and we acknowledge the students' accomplishments, and we see that pride, that sense of accomplishment on each one of those students' faces, that is why closing ceremonies is so meaningful, and you can see it on their faces.
Throughout the entire trip, I just saw those students progress a lot.
That's why I love Yellow Breeches, to watch the growth, to watch the mental growth, the students building that edge to be able to tackle life. That's why I'm here.
The confidence, the trust, the respect, the responsibility, the Chattooga just engulfs all of what YBEC is, and it really, really gives the kids hands-on learning that they can take with them.
The thing that I love most about the Chattooga River trip is seeing the kids grow every day through the trip and coming out the end much more confident paddlers and people.